that about? Are you a dog or something? Are you a dog barking? Do you need some water?
Hello everyone, I'm in Bolton town centre. I've only just got here. It's literally 5 minutes to 4. I've had issues with my car. Car broke down. They decided to give me a courtesy car at the last minute. That and a lot of traffic on the M62 means I didn't get here for 3 o'clock. But somebody from the team has been here. They've been here all day. And they've told me that the far left who was here, obviously at these drag queen story hours, you have the far left nutcases, and you have people who are here for a righteous cause. Now she did tell me that they all turned around, and one of these far left nutcases in the rainbow flag was stood behind them with a saw. That is the looney list. Luckily they didn't harm anyone, but literally standing behind protesters protesting against this drag queen story hour, against our children. You know, these children shouldn't be subjected to drag queens, men in dress, dancing around with names like Tess Tickle. But yes, it's rather satanic actually, and the loony left are supporting it, and they're coming armed with hacksaws.
Oh yeah, just remember that, yeah.
Fella was here today, running through the town with a big sword. It took the police 5 minutes to go and apprehend him. I had to literally scream at them to apprehend him, while some of our lot was chasing him down to make sure he didn't go missing. Anyway, just found out today that on Friday there was another knife incident on Friday night near the pubs. So obviously Bolton has a serious issue with knife crime, and yet they're all here to protect this lot.
Right. Everyone who's involved, go away. This is not helping, is it?
It took you 10 minutes to get down here, love. We were telling you. What's that about? Are you a dog or something? Are you a dog barking? Do you need some water?
Nazi scum off our street! Nazi scum off our street! Nazi scum off our street! Nazi scum!
What's that about? Are you a dog or something? Are you a dog barking? Do you need some water?
Do you think it's acceptable to be teaching? Do you think it's acceptable to be teaching sex-related matters in a primary school?
Yes.
I will play that again for those of you who didn't quite think that you heard that correctly, but you did.
Do you think it's acceptable to be teaching? Do you think it's acceptable to be teaching sex-related matters in a primary school?
Yes.
Thankfully, that is a view that is only shared by this small minority of strange people that include a man dressed as a woman and a person, let's not forget the person that thinks they are a dog.
What's that about? Are you a dog or something? Are you a dog barking? Do you need some water?
Now that was interesting, the person who was pretending to be a dog, because actually when all these new genders popped up, I do remember seeing a video on this. There is a name for this gender. I can't really be bothered Google searching it right now, but I do remember seeing this new, when all these new genders popped up, there was a video of a person, and they too thought that there was a dog, and there's a name for this. They identified as a dog, and this is allowed in the 52 new genders or whatever they are. I've lost count on how many new genders there are, but one of them is that a person who identifies as an animal. So parents who send their children, these are infants, these are primary school age children, very young indeed, they should think twice about sending their child to these drag queen story hours, because before they know it, they're teaching their kids that it's cool for boys to wear a dress, or who knows, they might have a daughter who comes back barking and thinking they want to identify as somebody who is a dog. It's clown world, it really is. And the far left has brainwashed these people here protesting, thinking it's okay for that to be taught to primary school age children. They've been empowered because let's have a look again what they was chanting. They was chanting Nazi scum, Nazi scum. Let's have a look at that video again.
Nazi scum off our street! Nazi scum off our street! Nazi scum off our street! Nazi.
Now the drag queens who were employed to perform in front of young infants, young primary school age children, some of them infants actually, as we've seen in previous drag queen story hours. Now they get paid £150 per show. And it's always the same drag queen at a town. They are paid by the councils. So at Bolton, for instance, today, the same drag queen did each. There was 3 different sessions, so they got paid £150 per session. So that drag queen earned £450 for essentially 3 hours of work. If you could call it work, this isn't work. This is work of the devil, and our children should not be sexualized. But that should be people should bear that in mind, because the drag queen story hour was due to go ahead in Rochdale, and the people, the activists who I know in Rochdale, they got that drag queen story hour cancelled a week before it was due to take place. And the best way they did that was by putting pressure on the councillors, informing them that they know the drag queen's going to earn £450 for a day. Well, it's not a day really, it's 3 sessions of 1 hour story time. And that's a lot of money. The people of Rochdale was emailing the councillors saying this is outrageous. We've got lots of food banks operating in the town, and all towns have that. There's homeless people, there's people struggling to pay bills with the rising cost of living, and you're going to waste £450 well, it'll be more than £450. That just goes to the drag queen, but of course there's other people employed, security, etc., admin staff, whatnot. So it costs a lot of money to have these drag queens come and perform in a town, and it's the council who pays them the money. So the people of Rochdale, the activists of Rochdale, they were spreading the word. The councillors in Rochdale will get hounded by emails saying this cannot go ahead. You are paying with our money. This is our council tax money. This money could be better spent. This money could be better spent. There's a housing shortage. People waiting on the council housing ladder. Food banks. Rising cost of living. Yes, the £450 would £450 plus could certainly be donated to a food bank, and that would be a better resource of the people's money. So bear that in mind, people. There is a way to put pressure on these councillors. Now, the Bolton News did an article on what happened today, and my word, it's not just the national news that lies. The Bolton News did an article that said that protesters was hounding parents and children. That wasn't true. No parents and children got hounded by any protesters today. They also spread misinformation, saying the people of Bolton really reacted well to the free story, the free drag queen story hours. Each one was full to the capacity. Each session was full to its capacity. Now today, the people on my team who was there today, they informed me on the first one that started at 11 o'clock, they only saw 3 children go through the door with parents. Three children with parents. So the first session only had 3 children with parents. They said the one at I think the next one was 1 p.m. there was only 4 children with the parents, and then the one that occurred at 3 o'clock, there was 5 children with parents. So unless Bolton's town hall has only got a room big enough for a maximum of 5 children with their parents, the Bolton News was clearly lying by saying each and every session was full to its capacity. And because let's face it, 5 children with the parents would be a very small cupboard of a room. Of course, the local paper, the Bolton News, just like I know the Barnsley Chronicle is the same. They really do support the Labour Council, so they've produced an article with misinformation to try and say it was a success, to say that the protesters who was protesting against it are bad people and was harassing parents and children. Total false, total fabrication, total misinformation. And they've been putting in the article that each and every session was full to its capacity to try and save the blushes of the Labour Council in Bolton, because they have wasted a lot of the taxpayers' money with this, with trying to host something which never should be hosted. The Bolton Council decided to host this, and this should never be hosted to primary school children. The Bolton News also did a little dig at Rochdale Council, saying Rochdale Council decided to cancel theirs, but we will not do that. We support diversity. Well, maybe the people of Bolton, well, clearly the people of Bolton didn't think like the people in Rochdale who didn't want it to go ahead. They didn't put their brains together to say, right, we know how much this is costing and this is a waste of our council tax money. So people should use that method, use it in other towns, and it gets them cancelled a week before it goes ahead. Because, of course, councillors the councillors don't want to be seen as wasting money, and everything always comes down to money.
When are you going to let him out for us to talk to him then? Who? ADHD.
Don't know.
Took his suitcase back in.
Yes, I did, yeah. You're right.
Because you know, it's a clever way to get rid of everybody, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Thanks for watching, everybody. And yes, the drag queen who performed today in Bolton is called Ada HD. The protesters certainly made him earn his crust, because the last performance ended at about 4 p.m. However, I think it was about 5:45 when he vacated the town hall, simply because there was a handful of protesters who were staying behind outside the premises of Bolton Town Hall. It wasn't an angry mob. It just seems like Ada HD wanted to go outside of an entrance where there was no cameras, and it took until 5:45 for that to happen.